Shalom, family. I hope everybody is doing well and staying cool. We're heading up to 96 degrees and it's already 93. I hope, it's not disturbing everybody that my AC is running. I can't turn it off. It is just simply too hot. So, that being said, we are live. We're just going to give it a few more minutes. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. We're going to give it a few more minutes for people to come in. You know what I do. I'm just going to play some music and then we'll get started shortly. All right, y'all. I didn't mean to make that intro this long. My uncle from Florida called. I told some of y'all his wife had COVID, and I sent boxes of supplements and copper and everything I could think of down there that would help build up their immune system. And they were just calling to say thank you at the very moment I went live. So go figure. So I'm ready to get started. We're going to go ahead and watch this visual audiobook that Brother L put together, and I think you will love it. He put together a combination of different videos along with scripture. It is really nice, and I hope he continues to do this because, this is exactly what we need in these last days. We need to keep each other's spirits up because you know what? There is light at the end of our tunnel. The worst part of our captivity, ladies and gentlemen, is done. Now, will we still see some rough days? Of course, because, Esau going to go kicking and screaming out of this place. He's not going to go willingly. And we know he's always going to set his sights on us to attack. But y'all, that don't mean it's not almost over. It really, truly is. It is over for us. It's just beginning for them. Just be glad it's not just beginning for us. Man, I would never want to be in the beginning of the Most High's wrath after everything we went through. Now, remember, he said they get double. Can you imagine double of what we got? Oh, hell no. No, man, no. So the worst is yet to come for them, but the best is yet to come for us. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, I want to get rid of that. And let me go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Please give me a 1. Please give me a 1. And y'all be wary of anything Trump tells you about this virus because he already took the data and everything away from the CDC. He's now trying to push the medical people out the way. So Trump is about to falsify some information. We can't fall for it. Y'all stay in your homes and stay safe if you can. If you got an essential job, you do what you got to do and bring your butt home. Don't try to hang out. Not around here. All right, good. Let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen.
Putting out today is called Selah Moments. Selah Moments visual audio book, where we are just reading scriptures about encouragement, scriptures that inspire our people to repent, scriptures that make you focus on the Most High and meditate on your destiny, meditate on the word, meditate on the condition of your heart. We put together this project because in these times that we're living in right now, we really truly need to maintain a pure heart, a pure mind. And this is a project that was inspired by the Selah moments that I do every once in a while here on the Victory Manifest channel. And Selah moments is all about those times where we pause, reflect, and meditate. So we put together a whole visual audio book, 10 parts of the Selah moments visual audio book, where I'm reading these scriptures and giving you some visuals that just bring peace to the mind. So I truly hope that y'all enjoy this. As I said, it's 10 parts to this. We're going to put them all out for our people on this YouTube channel. And this is part one we're putting out right here. So I pray that you enjoy it. I pray that it gives you the peace that transcends all understanding. I pray that it inspires you to reflect and meditate on the Most High and His Word. And for those who want to connect with the ministry, check out the description box underneath the video for ways you can connect with the ministry and other great things that the ministry has to offer. But for now, just sit back, relax, enjoy this audio book, and focus on the Most High, focus on the kingdom. Shalom. Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame. For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood any more. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Therefore fear thou not, my servant Jacob, saith the Most High, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. But fear not thou, my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and be in rest, and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Most High will do great things. According to the word that I covenanted with you when ye came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you. Fear ye not. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thine hands be slack. And it shall come to pass, that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hidden that shall not be known. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. For the Most High hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, so that we may boldly say, the Most High is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. Know therefore that the Most High thy Elohim, He is the Most High, the faithful Elohim, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love Him and keep His commandments to 1,000 generations. Thus shall ye do in the fear of the Most High, faithfully and with a perfect heart. Mine eyes shall be upon the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He that walketh in a perfect way, he shall serve me. I will even betroth thee unto me in faithfulness, and thou shalt know the Most High. If ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. And his master said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy master. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting Elohim, the Most High, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is he weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Most High shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. The Most High is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my Elohim, and I will prepare him a habitation, my father's Elohim, and I will exalt him. The adversaries of the Most High shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Most High shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointed. The Most High is my strength and power, and he maketh my way perfect. For thou hast girded me with strength to battle. Them that rose up against me hast thou subdued under me. Behold, thou hast instructed many, and thou hast strengthened the weak hands. Thy words have upholden him that was fallen, and thou hast strengthened the feeble knees. I will love thee, my Elohim, my strength. The Most High is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My Elohim, my strength, in whom I will trust. My buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. It is the Most High that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, my Elohim, my strength, and my Redeemer. Now know I that the Most High saveth his anointed. He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. The Most High is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Most High is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The Most High is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I praise him. The Most High will give strength unto his people. The Most High will bless his people with peace. That the salvation of the righteous is of the Most High. He is their strength in the time of trouble. The Most High is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Thou art the Elohim that doest wonders. Thou hast declared thy strength among the people. Blessed be the Most High my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increasing strength. For thus saith the Most High, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Most High is his treasure. Strengthen ye the weak hands, and confirm the feeble knees. The Most High also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Most High will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. The Most High is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon my high places. I can do all things through the Messiah, which strengthens me. Thy right hand, my Elohim, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, my Elohim, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. But thou shalt remember the Most High thy Elohim, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. Thine, O Most High, is the greatness, and the power, and the glory, and the victory, and the majesty. For all that is in the heaven and in the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, my Elohim, and thou art exalted as head above all. That the Most High will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he shall receive me. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. That your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of the Most High. For the kingdom of the Most High is not in word, but in power. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. When thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves, and make a graven image, or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of the Most High thy Elohim, to provoke him to anger. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land, whereunto you go over Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. And the Most High shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Most High shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Most High thy Elohim, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. When thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Most High thy Elohim, and shalt be obedient unto his voice. For the Most High thy Elohim is a merciful Elohim. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he sware unto them. For ask now of the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that the Most High created man upon the earth, and ask from one side of the heaven unto the other, whether there have been any such thing as this great thing is, or has been heard like it. Did ever people hear the voice of the Most High speaking out of the midst of the fire, as thou hast heard and lived? Or hath the Most High essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation, by temptations, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that the Most High your Elohim did for you in Egypt before your eyes? Unto thee it was showed, that thou mightest know that the Most High, he is the Most High, and there is none else beside him. Out of heaven he made thee to hear his voice, that he might instruct thee. And upon earth he showed thee his great fire, and thou heard his words out of the midst of the fire. And because he loved thy fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, and brought thee out in his sight with his mighty power out of Egypt, to drive out nations from before thee, greater and mightier than thou art, to bring thee in, to give thee their land for an inheritance, as it is this day. Know therefore this day, and consider it in thine heart, that the Most High, he is the Most High in heaven above, and upon the earth beneath. There is none else. Thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that it may go well with thee, and with thy children after thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days upon the earth, which the Most High thy Elohim giveth thee forever. And thou shalt love the Most High thy Elohim with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. For thou art a holy people unto the Most High thy Elohim. The Most High thy Elohim hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Most High did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people, but because the Most High loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Most High thy Elohim, he is the Most High, the faithful Elohim, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations, and repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day, to do them. Love ye therefore the strangers, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. And ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt write them upon the doorpost of thine house, and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children, in the land which the Most High sware unto your fathers to give them, as the days of heaven upon the earth. For if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments which I command you, to do them, to love the Most High your Elohim, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave unto him, then will the Most High drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourselves. Every place whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the uttermost sea shall your coast be. There shall no man be able to stand before you, for the Most High your Elohim shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as he hath said unto you. So let all thine enemies perish, Most High, but let them that love him be as the sun when he goeth forth in his might. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. Set me as a seal upon your heart, as a seal upon thine arm, for love is as strong as death. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which has a most vehement flame. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can the floods drown it. If a man would give all the substance of his house for love, it would be utterly condemned. The Most High thy Elohim in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. If you love me, keep my commandments. Give unto the Most High the glory due unto his name. Bring an offering and come before him. Worship the Most High in the beauty of holiness. One thing I have desired of the Most High, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Most High all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Most High, and to inquire in his temple. So shall the king greatly desire thy beauty, for he is thy king. Worship him. The mighty Elohim, even the Most High, has spoken, and called from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High has shined. And let the beauty of the Most High be upon us, and establish the work of our hands upon us. Yes, the work of our hands establish it. The Spirit of the Most High is upon me, because the Most High hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High, and the day of vengeance of our Elohim, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Most High, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old waste, they shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priest of the Most High. Men shall call you the ministers of our Elohim. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their Elohim. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his Elohim, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And there came unto me one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, full of the seven last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High, having the glory of the Most High. And her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth 4 and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. And he measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of 1 pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. And I saw no temple therein, for the Most High Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of the Most High did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him, and they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. And there shall be no night there, and they shall need no candle, neither light of the sun, for the Most High giveth them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And he said unto me, These sayings are faithful and true. And the Most High of the holy prophets sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must shortly be done. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. He is the invisible spirit, of whom it is not right to think of him, or something similar. For he is more than a God, since there is nothing above him, for no one lords over him. For he does not exist in something inferior to him, since everything exists in him. For it is he who establishes himself. He is eternal, since he does not need anything. For he is total perfection. He did not lack anything, that he might be completed by it. Rather, he is always completely perfect in life. He is illimitable, since there is no one prior to him to set limits to him. He is unsearchable, since there exists no one prior to him to examine him. He is immeasurable, since there was no one prior to him to measure him. He is invisible, since no one saw him. He is eternal, since he exists eternally. He is ineffable, since no one was able to comprehend him, to speak about him. He is unnameable, since there is no one prior to give him a name. He is immeasurable light, which is pure, holy, and immaculate. He is ineffable, being perfect in incorruptibility. He is not in perfection, nor in blessedness, nor in divinity, but he is far superior. He is not corporeal, nor is he incorporeal. He is neither large, nor is he small. There is no way to say what is his quantity or what is his quality, for no one can know him. He is not someone among other beings, rather, he is far superior. Not that he is simply superior, but his essence does not partake in the eons nor in time. For he who partakes in an eon was prepared beforehand. Time was not a portion to him, since he does not receive anything from another, for it would be received on loan. For he who precedes someone does not lack, that he may receive from him, for rather it is the latter that looks expectantly at him in his life. For the perfection is majestic, the Most High is pure, immeasurable mind. He is an eon giving eon. He is life giving life. He is blessedness giving blessed one. He is knowledge giving knowledge. He is goodness giving goodness. He is mercy and redemption giving mercy. He is grace giving grace, not because he possesses it, but because he gives the immeasurable, incomprehensible light. All praise to the Most High. Let not the kingdom of heaven become desolate among you. Do not become arrogant on account of the light which illumines. Rather, become to yourselves in this manner, as I am to you, says the Messiah. Therefore, obey me, my brothers. Understand what the great light is. A bright light will shine to all the ends of the earth. Many nations will come to you from far away, the inhabitants of the remotest parts of the earth, to your holy name, bearing gifts in their hands for the King of heaven. Generation after generation will give joyful praise in you. The name of the chosen city will endure forever. For wisdom is more mobile than any motion. Because of her pureness, she pervades and penetrates all things. For she is a breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure emanation of the glory of the Almighty. Therefore, nothing defiled gains entrance into her, for she is a reflection of eternal light, a spotless mirror of the working of Elohim, and an image of his goodness. Although she is but one, she can do all things, and while remaining in herself, she renews all things. In every generation, she passes into holy souls and makes them friends of the Most High and prophets. For the Most High loves nothing so much as the person who lives with wisdom. She is more beautiful than the sun and excels every constellation of the stars. And they that are wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. This then is the way of light. If anyone desiring to travel on the way to his appointed place would be zealous in his works. The knowledge then which is given to us whereby we may walk therein is as follows. Thou shalt love him that made thee. Thou shalt fear him that created thee. Thou shalt glorify him that redeemed thee from death. Thou shalt be simple in heart and rich in spirit. Thou shalt not cleave to those who walk the way of death. Thou shalt hate everything that is not pleasing to the Most High. Thou shalt hate all hypocrisy. Thou shalt never forsake the commandments of the Most High. Thou shalt not exalt thyself, but shalt be lowly minded in all things. Thou shalt not assume glory to thyself. Thou shalt not entertain a wicked design against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not admit boldness into thy soul that is unrighteous. Thou shalt not commit fornication. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not corrupt the young and the impressionable. The word of the Most High shall not come forth from thee when you are unclean. Thou shalt not make a difference in a person to reprove him for a transgression. Thou shalt be meek. Thou shalt be quiet. Thou shalt be fearing the words which thou hast heard. Thou shalt not bear a grudge against thy brother. Thou shalt not doubt whether a thing shall be or not be. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy Elohim in vain. Thou shalt love thy neighbor more than thine own soul. Thou shalt not murder a child by abortion, nor again shalt thou kill it when it is born. Thou shalt not withhold thy hand from thy son or daughter, but from their youth up thou shalt teach them the fear of the Most High. Thou shalt not be found coveting thy neighbor's goods. Thou shalt not be found greedy of gain. Neither shalt thou cleave with thy soul to the lofty, but shalt walk with the humble and righteous. The accidents that befall thee thou shalt receive as good, knowing that nothing is done without the Most High. Thou shalt not be double-minded nor double-tongued. Thou shalt be subject unto the Most High in shame and in fear. Thou shalt not command in bitterness thy bondservant or thine handmaid, who set their hope on the same Elohim, lest haply they should cease to fear the Most High, who is over both of you. For he came not to call with respect of persons, but to call those whom the Spirit hath prepared. Thou shalt make thy neighbor partake in all things, and thou shalt not say that anything is thine own. For if ye are fellow partakers in that which is imperishable, how much rather shall ye be in the things which are perishable? Thou shalt not be hasty with thine own tongue, for the mouth is the snare of death. So far as thou art able, thou shalt be pure for thy soul's sake. Be not thou found holding out thy hands to receive, and drawing them in to give. Thou shalt love as the apple of thine eye every one that speaketh unto thee the word of the Most High. Thou shalt remember the day of judgment, night and day, and thou shalt seek out day by day the persons of the saints, either laboring by word and going to exhort them, and meditating how thou mayest save souls by thy word, or thou shalt work with thy hands for a ransom for thy sins. Thou shalt not hesitate to give, neither shalt thou murmur when giving, but thou shalt know who is the good paymaster of thy reward. Thou shalt keep those things which thou hast received, neither adding to them nor taking away from them. Thou shalt utterly hate the evil one. Thou shalt judge righteously. Thou shalt not make a schism or an unrighteous division, but thou shalt pacify them that contend by bringing them together. Thou shalt confess thy sins. Thou shalt not betake thyself to prayer with an evil conscience. This is the way of the light. But if
All right, y'all. This is part one. Brother L is doing this audio book that you just saw, a visual book, which is very nice. So it's like a collection of small videos with scriptures. I think it's nice. So, it gives us to see a more creative side of some of our Hebrew brothers, and he's going to be doing 10 parts of that. So I really look forward to it. Some people may think the music is a distraction, and, we all got our own preferences. I guess he just wanted to make it look interesting. And, and I appreciate it. I appreciate what all of our Hebrew brothers do, especially if their intentions are good and their heart is good. So I enjoyed it. And I hope you did too. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just checked our temperature. We're already at 93, going up to 96. So we still are inching up slowly. But wherever you are, I just stay cool and stay in. If it's in the 90s, it's not even worth being out there. But it's nice. One thing I can say about these real extra hot days, it's nice being out there in the morning, when it's still not quite hot. it's nice being out there. It's nice feeling that sun on your face. But, you know, of course, that when it gets to a certain point, it gets to be too much. But if you can be out there in the morning, it is beautiful to be out in the morning, even on days like this, you know, when it's maybe like in the 70s still. So it's not a total, it's not totally bad. You know, it's still some beauty, even in a 90-degree day or a 100-degree day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess not only is Esau prone to getting corona, he's also prone to being burnt with corona. Oh, ouch. Ouch. All right, y'all. Wherever you are, may the Most High keep you safe and keep his hedge of protection around you during the time of judgment on this earth. May he continue to fulfill your needs and make sure you don't need or want for anything during the time of judgment on the Gentile world. We don't want the Gentile world, but we do want the world to come. Amen. Shabbat shalom, family.